לא אכפת לי מה קרה שם, בסבנה מאושן שם.
לא מבין, למה, איך זה, די כבר, מנסים חזק ויוצא חננה, אני רגוע בסבנה, לא הייתי יותר מדי פה ושמה, יותר מדי פה ושמה, לא מבין למה, לא מבין, למה, איך זה, די כבר, מנסים חזק ויוצא חננה, אני רגוע בסבנה, לא הייתי יותר מדי פה ושמה, יותר מדי פה ושמה, לא מבין למה,
ולא מכיל ספקות, ולא מזיז גבות, לא מתרגש הרבה, אבל מרגיש המון, מרים מקפיץ צורף, דוחף על סקט כותב, להצלחה רעב, לא מצטער להם כואב, אתה נמדד רק על פי המעשים, אז אין פה נחת ילד, לא כולם שורדים את היום וזה בסדר, אין פה סדר, אז תמצא את הדרך לעלות גבוה, אני אף מעל העדר, מתקדם לא מסתכל אחורה, לא, לא, לא,
לא, אני לא מבין אחי, אני לא מבין, פה, לא משחקים את המשחקים, פה, על הזין שלי את זה כולם יודעים, יורד מהפסים, זה לא סמים, זה רק העשבים, כולם על הברית שלי, אני רוצה לישון, כל הכיתה בספרים, אני בפלאפון, כותב עוד כמה שורות, רואה את השעון, משתחרר הביתה, מסיים את הפזמון, אני מקליט את מה שעולה לי לתוך הראש תמיד, וגם מפציץ, אני מפיל את הראש, אתה בקושי שפיץ, אני מתמיד, כאילו זאת עבודה שלי, זה מלחיץ, יש לי תכלית, בזמן שאתה לא מצליח להחליט.
לא מבין, למה, איך זה, די כבר, מנסים חזק ויוצא חננה, אני רגוע בסבנה, לא הייתי יותר מדי פה ושמה, יותר מדי פה ושמה, לא מבין למה, עצבני כמו התזמן, אני טורף את כולם, כי הכל פה מרדף של מזומן, אם לא חי לפי הטיימרים, אני מרים, אתה מוריד למטה, תמיד זוכר שאסור לשכוח מאיפה באת, ואם שכחת אז עלה לך, תאכל אפך, ואף פעם לא נעים לסבול ככה, זה מה שקרה לך, נמרחת, תקום מה התהפכת, נשאר בשלי בתכלס, לא אכפת לי מה קרה שם, לא מבין, למה, איך זה, די כבר, מנסים חזק ויוצא חננה, אני רגוע בסבנה, לא הייתי יותר מדי פה ושמה, יותר מדי פה ושמה, לא מבין למה.
חצי שקל, חצי שלוק, חצי אתה, חצי בקבוק, חצי עניין, חצי זמן וחצי חצי לי, חצי לך, חצי מהחצי שלך, חצי אתה חכם אבל אני חכם וחצי חצי בחצי ראש שלך נכנס עד חצי חתיכה טובה של חצי עץ ענק בעצם וזה רק חצי ליריקה אונסת ברצף חצי מתגלגלת, חצי מתנצנצת סדייל זה כבד, סדייל זה אגרסיה
אנחנו חצי ממדינה, אתם חצי משטרה חצי ממערכת זה החצי כמו צבא חצי משאלה זה גם חצי מהתשובה חצי שלטון בחצי עולם, אני חצי מעל כולם חצי מילה שלי שווה, חצי מילון שלך חצי אצבע כבר על הידק יושכב על הרצפה אתה חושב זה שוד אבל זה חצי מהמשחק אני חצי אדם, חצי מפלצת קלק
חצי מנה לבן אדם זה לא בן אדם זה חצי אל תוציא לי חצי סכום אני לוקח כל הכסף חצי ריק, חצי מלא
הוא חצי
חצי אין וחצי ין
הוא חצי
50-50 יו זה הצ'אנסים שלי שעד הבית מגיע אני וזה רק חצי ממה שמגיע לי 50-50 חצי סטייל תתפוס מרחק וחצי מחצי סדייל
חצי של אגרסיה עולמית נופלת על כתפיים של סדייל
חצי
אני רוצח סדרתי שמסתובב בלילה בירושלים
חצי
ברחוב קר, בדירה יקר ובפנים אש חצי לב סדייל,
חצי בן נדב
אש אתה יודע מה שאין לך לי חצי יש אתה עושה סקרצ'ים בפה ולנו די.ג'יי מש אני הולך לישון בבוקר רק ב7 וחצי, שם דיסק של סדייל, אהוב עלי קצב, ילדים מהבית ספר חוזרים, אני רק מתעורר, חצי יום אלכוהול של אתמול לא משתחרר, אני צריך בקבוק בירה, אפילו חצי, כנראה ישירה תרופה היחידה, שים ישר על הפצע, שמש חזקה, חצי עין שלי עוקצת, חצי מאתמול לא זוכר, ומה היום?
12 שעות עד חוצות, סדום ועמורה, אני עושה קקטייל, חצי וודקה, חצי בירה, בעיר הבירה, מרגיש נורא לא רע וחצי,
אחלה אנשים,
רק לפעמים מתפוצצת, אין לי מה לפחד, כי כבר עברתי חצי, אין לי מה לאבד, כי אני אבוד בעצם, אין לי, אבל חצי תיתן לי, זוכר את זה, אני בחבר'ה האלה,
חצי של אגרסיה עולמית נופלת על כתפיים של סדייל,
חצי, חצי,
אני רוצח סדרתי שמסתובב בלילה בירושלים,
חצי, חצי,
ברחוב קר, בדירה יקר ובפנים אש, חצי לב סדייל,
חצי בנגלדש,
אש, אתה יודע מה שאין לך לי חצי יש, אתה עושה סקרצ'ים בפה ולנו די.ג'יי מש.
חצי מעכשיו זה רגע, חצי מרגע שנייה, חצי משנייה זה אין כזאת מילה בליה. חצי מחצי זה חצי מחצי זה זה חצי
עכשיו סתום פה, חצי של אגרסיה עולמית נופלת על כתפיים של סדייל,
חצי, חצי,
אני רוצח סדרתי שמסתובב בלילה בירושלים,
חצי, חצי,
ברחוב קר, בדירה יקר ובפנים אש, חצי לב סדייל,
חצי בנגלדש,
אש, אתה יודע מה שאין לך לי חצי יש, אתה עושה סקרצ'ים בפה ולנו די.ג'יי מש.
What the fuck? I'm playing Coachella. Mijn vader heette Hans en mijn moeder heette Ella. Hun zoon die heet Joost en die staat nu op Coachella. Heet sukke dik, ja mijn dikke mortadella. Maar ik hou het simpel, net een pizza mozzarella. Mijn life is een movie of een vrij korte novella. Jullie slikken bolletjes, ik bolletjes Nutella. Eerst was het biertje, nu een glaasje met Rivella. Zonder Tanto Beats was het Joost van a cappella. Ciao Bella, Bella ciao. Spreek wat Italiaans, maar ik krijg het Spaans benauwd. Ken een mooie dame, vraag me of ik van haar hou. Als je me nou, nu komt de aap uit de mouw. Duizenden gedichten, maar ik praat niet met een vrouw. Vroeger op de fiets en mijn ballen waren blauw. Blauw net mijn bloed, voel me Willem van Nassau. Spacen kan ik goed, hey, net een astronaut. Mijn vader heette Hans en mijn moeder heette Ella. Hun zoon die heet Joost en die staat nu op Coachella. Heet sukke dik, ja mijn dikke mortadella. Maar ik hou het simpel, net een pizza mozzarella. Ik breng de VOC back, maar met ietsje meer respect. Nee, jij bent geen racist, want je mattie die is black. Ik lijk op een junkie en het liefste rook ik crack. Please cancel me niet, nee ik weet niet wat ik zeg. I come from the land, witte vrijheid van de mening. Ik had een goed verhaal, maar ik wist niet waar het heen ging. Jij en ik zijn niet de same, nee we zijn geen tweeling. Was jij een Airbnb, dan had jij een lage rating. Ik heb een hekel aan mezelf, maar toch move ik altruïstisch. Je bent een goede dude, maar zeg je eerlijk de misties. Ik kom van euroknallers, Happy Meals met de fristie. Wat is neurodivergent, ik ben gewoon autistisch. Coachella, this is crazy. Make some noise. It's an honor to be here. I'm just a Dutch artist. This is epic. This used to be a dream, but now it is reality. Coachella, I need your energy. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hello. I'm guessing you can hear me. Oh my god. Okay, short stream today, I think. It's pretty late here. To my liking, but it is what it is. What's up with my Kick stream? Is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, so hold on, let me connect my fan, my biggest fan. Fucking USB, hold on. Oh my god, the wire spaghetti here. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, how's everybody doing? Well, we're just chatting today, just doing some shit. I don't know, maybe watch some YouTube, play some Time Guesser, and yeah, after that I'll go to sleep. I'll be here tomorrow, maybe for like a longer stream. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Let's start today. If anybody want to say hi, obviously more than welcome. I think a lot of people are lurking. Hold on, is that Charlie Kirk? Sorry. He does look like Charlie Kirk. Okay, I have a feeling about this. I'm not too sure. Is it? I think this is the Falkland Islands. I'm really not that sure. Just the feeling I have. There are some penguins here. It might be like South Africa, but there are some penguins here. Yeah, and penguins are at the south, the southern hemisphere. So I don't know why. Maybe because they look kind of British. Hold on, let's look at their guns. They're probably British. It's a pretty big island. I'm gonna put it here, maybe. Makes sense. I don't know. We'll try. If it is the Falkland Islands, should be around. When was that? When was the Falkland War? I mean, it could be a lot of places and a lot of times, but I feel like this is like, what, 70s? 78? I feel like it's 78, no? 82. Hey, and it was the Falkland Islands. Bro. Hell yeah, okay. It's not the same location, but it is the Falkland Islands. Bro, I'm so glad. Scottish soldiers who formed part of the garrison left to guard the Falkland Islands after the Falkland War, posing with penguins on a beach. Never mind, okay. Okay, interesting, bro. And I was 4 years off. Pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say. Okay. I should know where this is. Well, it says Futapest, which I'm assuming is a play on the name Budapest, right? This is like the Budapest Marathon or something. It's kind of weird, I would say. Hungary, Budapest. Okay, this is This should be like a really kind of a landmark thing. It might be this one. I mean, it kind of looks like it. It might be this one. Yeah, it should be this one. Okay, so they're running and we see that from here, which means it's probably here. So here, probably something here. No, this is the bridge we're seeing here. So it should be kind of here maybe, or here. I'm gonna say here. Okay, the year though, the year, is there like British Airways? That's weird. Hungary used to be part of the Eastern Bloc. No? I mean, it could be in Budapest. It's possible that I am wrong, but they are driving on the right side of the road, so it's not somewhere British influenced. What year is that though? Well, my guess would be like something pretty early 70s, maybe 74 at the latest. 86. And I was right about the spot. Hell yeah. Oh, I lost a lot of points for the 12 years off. It's not good. Not good at all. Okay, next one. Oh, I know this one. We already had this one. If I remember correctly, this is... Bro, I was hoping to get like something I already got. This is St. Petersburg, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing we're seeing here is, where is that? Is that this fortress? It is St. Petersburg, but it's like don't remember. There's no really straight. Could be this one. Russian Admiralty. You know what? Sure. I just remember it's Budapest. The year though is pretty much, I think, is also like 70s. Pretty sure. Yeah, this has gotta be like also like 75, maybe 78. Before 74, see? Hey Atias, how are you, man? Sorry, just saw this one. But look at the location, man. 134 meters off. Okay, good points. Good points, but keep in mind I already got... Oh, I know where it is. This is in the North Korea, South Korea border. Wait, did I do... Hold on. Hold on, I know where it is. It's in the DMZ. However, the DMZ is pretty big, and I'm not sure where this place is. My guess would be that it's pretty close to Seoul. Um, this is just the, oh wait, something broke. This is just the border. Pyongyang. I think it's somewhere here, no? The DMZ is the demilitarized zone, so it's actually pretty huge, pretty big. It's somewhere in this landmass. There's a place where the DMZ kind of meets there's a border on each side, and there's a place where they meet, and like they can have meetings on like the south part of the block and on the north part of the block. God damn it, I don't know where it is. Should be like pretty simple to find it, no? I feel like it should be pretty simple. Okay, I'm assuming this road is just part of the DMZ somehow. Oh, wait, interesting, hold on. Okay, so this is like a village or something. Let's keep that in mind. Oh, it might be here. It might be here. Could it? Okay, let's put it here just for now. Can't be. Okay, this is like a pretty steep mountain. Bro, I feel like I should know that. Oh my god. This is so annoying. I should actually know this. I should actually know this. It might be here, maybe. Well, I don't know. I don't have any other good suggestions. It's probably not here. Yeah, okay, so this is what, like 2018? This is 2018. 2019, and not that far off, but just for future reference, I would like to know where this place actually is. Okay, interesting. It's here, near the caisson here. Okay. Okay, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good round. No, come on. Come on. Oh, yes, okay. NV Bilit on me, Suriname. Suriname, I think it's a different country now. Suriname used to be, I'm not sure, this is used to be Burma or Borneo or something. Suriname. Suriname. Where was Suriname? Bilit on Mish, Suriname. Oh, so it might be like, it can't be Indonesia. Can it? This is Brunei. This is what, Malaysia? No, this is Malaysia. Suriname. Oh, this is gonna be like a bad round for me. Was it Cambodia or Laos? Bro, I don't actually know. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going with Cambodia. I'm not sure. Phnom Penh. It wasn't Cambodia. I just don't really know where it is. Yeah, this is 70s. I don't know, 70 something. I'm going with 80. You know what? This is 80s. 75 and Suriname. A group of gather outside the entrance of bauxite mine in Suriname. Oh, so Suriname is not a Southeast Asia place. It's a... Bro, I'm actually that stupid. Oh my fucking god. Also, this is in the middle of nowhere, so... So yeah, sure. Just... Oh my god. 39, bro. 39. Jesus. Oh shit. Bro. MRBM launch site 1 San Cristobal, Cuba. Missile shelter tents. This is like a CIA picture. Oh my god. Missile transporters. Firing table. Headstand for erector. Tracked prime mover. Okay, so we know it is Cuba and San Cristobal. If it's even a place. Santa Clara, Havana. I think there's going to be like a San Cristobal place here. I mean, if it's a city, they wouldn't say so. Where's Guantanamo Bay, by the way? My guess would be that this is somewhere close to Miami, so this would be... I don't know, somewhere here. And this is what, 63? 63, yeah. 62, and it's on the other side of the island. Okay. So, oh, there is a place called San Cristobal. Interesting. 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 But I was kind of right on the year. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I know what it is. This is pretty easy. It's here. This is the Four Corners Monument. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose a point for not being that precise, but it is here. Well, it is shot from this side, the New Mexico side, so it is like a little bit here, maybe. just doesn't register, but okay, sure. The year though is what, like 50 something? What are they drinking and eating? What year do we think it is? My guess would be something 50 something, so maybe 53? Yeah, let's guess 53. 5 years old. Fuck, 48. Location 5,000. 5,000. Hell yeah. Okay, I lost a bunch of points on the year. Please work. Please work. God damn it. Yes, okay, it works. Hold on. Okay, this is Berlin. Just you can tell by this monument. The television tower? What's the name of this thing? I actually never been up there, but sure. Okay, let's see. It's in Alexanderplatz. I'm pretty sure of that. Yes, this is the TV tower. Okay, so I don't know why, but my feeling is that this is on the, wait, where is that? Okay, so Alexanderplatz is, the TV tower is here. Well, this might be either this road or this road. What do we feel about? Oh, there's a, there was a car accident here. Okay, and then the TV tower. Interesting. Okay. Alexanderplatz Bahnhof is, I think that this is it, no? Yeah, this this road makes much more. Oh wait, it could be this also. Huh. Interesting. What do we see in the background? Well, this is here probably somewhere. My guess would be. Oh, it might be here. You know what? Might be here. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah. Okay, and the year is Volkspolizei, so like the People's Police? Huh. Volkspolizei. Volkspolizei sounds like like an East German thing. Like the People's Police, but maybe VP. Volkspolizei. Okay. Wachtsburg. Okay, so this is after 48, or sorry, after 45. I think that this is East Berlin, no? Yeah, it is East Berlin. This could be 40. What year do I think it is? My guess would be 68. I'm going with 68. 7 years off, 75, and it's not even the same road. God damn. God damn. Almost a kilometer off. 7 years off. Jesus. Bro. Okay, is that Cuba or Puerto Rico? I never get this one right. Never get this one right. Oh no, it's not Cuba or Puerto Rico. This is the Catalonian flag. This is Barcelona. Probably Barcelona. Bro, the Spanish-speaking world needs to invent some new flags, man. This is probably somewhere in like the old city or something. Like, looks very dense. So my guess would be, I don't know, somewhere here. Like I have no chance of locating that, but I don't know. Sure, here. En català si us plau. Okay, so this is Catalonia. Let's see the styling here. Is this I think that this was shot on a digital camera. She has a phone, so this is 2020s, sometime in the 2020s. Sorry, in the 2010s. My guess would be 2017, 2018. I'm going with 2017. 6 years off. 2023. God damn it. True Barcelona during Catalan National Day. Oh. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe it. I'm actually losing this one, bro. Jesus. Okay. I love Colacao and Arabic letters. Huh, interesting. They have a Burger King. Where is that? Trying to read it, but I'm not good at reading Arabic letter. Is that like no, it's not it's Maj. I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna try it. Bonbons Malaysia? Is that... This can't be Malaysia. Norton and Wilson Italian Wear. Big Faya Highway. Where is that? I'm having trouble locating that. Okay. Patisse something, Megastore, Snickers. My guess would be somewhere in the... Oh, this is Lebanon. This is Lebanon. Wasn't my first guess, but this is Lebanon. I mean, it could be somewhere else, but it can also be Lebanon. Hold on, where... Okay, so the mountains are up here. Lebanon is pretty... Beirut is pretty... I mean, it could be Tyre, or how the hell you call it. All these cities here are very similar in how they look, like how they're built. This might be Beirut, actually. Let's see. Is there like a road that goes up below the hills? Well, this can be it. think that this is it. I mean, we would have seen this straight, but okay, sure. My guess is this is Lebanon, which also makes sense. Sanyo, Snickers, Coca-Cola. Can I read somewhere Lubnan or something else? Siemens. Yes, this is Lebanon. Okay, how did I miss that? Okay, this is probably Lebanon. It might be either Lebanon, Beirut, Tripoli, or... Can I actually see if this is Tripoli or something? Drive through Granite. Hold on. Chateau Trian something. Nilagad. Samsung Motor. Okay. مشروعية الشيوليم اللير fuck me, bro. I need to practice my Arabic. This is not good. Oh wait, I have... Oh, they're all in Arabic. Well, fuck me, I guess. I mean, the English ones are unintelligible from this distance. This is probably Beirut, but most Lebanese... Hey Dennis, can you read Arabic? I'm pretty sure this is Beirut, but I'm not sure. And also, what year is that? Oh, this is 2003 to 2006. I found a crazy music video, a very anti-Semitic one. Sure, yeah, bring it on. Let me lose this round and then I'll see it. Okay. So I did like the Beirut. My guess would be that this is 2000. Well, 2006 doesn't make sense. 2005. Let's go with 2005. No fucking way. Come on, bro. Just work. Thank you. 10 years off. 1995. And it was Beirut. And it's here. Great. Great. The human shields, re-upload, shadow band, shoot the shields. Do you have like an actual link or? 42, bro, this is such a mid score. Yeah, I know it's the name of the video. Just I asked if you had like a link or something. Hold on. YouTube. Usually I do prefer the link, yeah. Sometimes my search doesn't work. And also like I can never be sure which one it is. My guess would be that... Which one is it? Is that this one? Or this one? Okay, this one. Bro, I'm thirsty. It's a storyboard comparison. If you have like an actual link, just send me. Hold on, I'm going to get some water. I'm pretty thirsty. Okay, yeah, you go to the toilet. Have fun out there. Ah. Ori, how are you? Are you here or are you just lurking? Did you just put the stream? Okay. Yes, thank you. Hold on. Would that open? No, it opened like this. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Ah, cool, 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 cool. Thanks, Ori. It's really bad, bro. Well, we'll see. You don't have to report shit, that's fine. What's with the sound? What sound? I did like a vine boom, just for fun. But like, what happens to the sound? Like, is that too high, too low? I hear it just fine. I think it's just weird, but whatever I see. Anybody else? There's a really weird background noise from this video. There's like bass and stuff. Where are you tripping? What the hell? Yeah, this time. Wait, I looked the video up. Okay. Is that from the video or it just, oh, you know what? Hold on. Background noises are not in the original video. Okay. Hold on. Let me try something else. Because I can't hear it. I see it's working fine, but what do I know? Oh, you know what I can see? Hold on. Let me watch my VOD. Hold on. Let me see what I'm hearing. View channel. Bro, what? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Hold on. I don't know why it did that. Just that the sound, or maybe it's just the settings. Maybe I changed something. Hold on. Audio. Well. Well, can you hear me though? Hold on. Hold on, let me troubleshoot that. That's weird. Heyo. Okay. Oh, wait. No, yeah, okay, I know. There's something weird with the... Something weird here. Hold on, let me try something else. Show cursor. Built-in retina display. Hold on, let me try something. Just a second. I'm sorry, let me troubleshoot it for a second. I don't know, just... Oh, well, this is not the best one to check. Hold on. Now you can't hear anything. Interesting. Why would that happen? Restart. Why can't I restart the capture? Okay, this one worked, right?
I'm about to speak some Dutch for you. I hope you understand it. I'm from the Netherlands, by the way. Amsterdam style.
This one worked fine, right? Okay. 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 Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. No. Shut up. Fuck it. You know what? It works. Okay. Hold on. Let me check. Why would that happen? Restart. Why can't I restart the capture? By the way, is just my headphones or am I speaking like super loud? Yeah, it's fine. Should've upped my microphone. Okay, this one worked, right? Yeah, okay, it works. Let me know if this one does the same. I don't know why it did that. Sometimes it's weird. Working fine, right?
Soldiers of the IDF, the world's most moral army. And we have discovered a solution to a most perplexing quandary. The human shield when a terrorist hides behind a human shield. What do? Let the terrorists go. Well, we say no, human shields are expendable. because they're animals. So we propose to go and shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields, the human shields. Well, they ain't human, so it's really okay. So shoot the shields, shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields, the human shields. Now do your duty, shoot them right in the face. Patrolling Gaza the other day, I shot a human shield as she kneeled down to pray. One more terrorist shield out of the way. Oy vey, let's party. Shoot the shields, we should shoot the shields, the human shields. No, they ain't human, yeah, we'd blow them away. So shoot the shields, we should shoot the shields, the human shields. Boy, do your duty, come on, don't be ashamed. I was driving my Merkava tank. A half a dozen shields got stuck under my tread. I'm not sure if all of them were dead, but I'll go back again and shoot the shield. We should shoot the shield.
This is just like super cartoony, like in a retarded way. Like if it's like your opinion that like you agree with whatever it is, like that's fine. But like this is so cringe. Like why would you do that? It just makes you look so unhinged. This looks like exactly like, I don't know, like extreme Zionist propaganda, like the blood hungry fucking IDF soldiers.
Yeah, they ain't human, so there's nothing to play. Shoot the shields, we should shoot the shields, the human shields.
No, it's not even edgy. It's like safe edgy, and it's like edgy in a fucked way. Like not even fucked way. Just that I'm not sure how to explain that. It's just that I don't care that much about the dehumanization as much as I care about how goofy and cringe it looks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it serves their point as much as they wanted to, but maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Proud to put that kid in the grave. I was flying my F-35.
Hell yeah.
I bombed 100 shields, not one terrorist died. That ain't what I call no war crime. No way, it's fine to shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields. The
not even a good
They
song.
can't be human 'cause I don't feel
not even a good
afraid.
song.
Shoot the shields, shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields. The human shields. Oh, it ain't murder, power, whatever they say. I tortured prisoners with sodomy. All my friends and neighbors came and started to cheer me. Isn't that a heartwarming story? Yeah, like family, supportively we shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields, the human shields. No, they ain't human. No, you don't need a thing. So shoot the shields, shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields, the human shields. You pull that trigger, don't you dare hesitate. So shoot the shields, shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields, the human shields. If they surrender or are running away, shoot the shields, shoot the shields. We should shoot the shields, the human shields. And this is how we prevent anti-Semitism.
Bro, this is so unhinged. Bro, I hate them so much. They're calling it the most predictable shadow ban in history. Reminder, the brothers aren't suicidal. Yeah, true. Of course, because the Mossad has nothing better to do than to go out of their way and to assassinate these fucking losers. Jesus. Most accurate part of the video is that the IDF would swear on Bible instead of burning it. Okay. Bro, this is like content for retards. To be fair, Dennis, to be fair, this is like a re-upload from another guy. No, it's the same. Anyway, like I hate these people are not suicidal. Like, bro, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about you? And your cringe little fucking stupid video. Even like hi TK, sorry, I just saw that. Even if like sorry. I'm sorry. I can appreciate like a good song even if it is like the most anti-Semitic kind of song. Like I can do that. I can appreciate. This is just the song is not even that good. Like, bro, just make better songs. Oh wait, what the? Sorry. Did I copy that? Yeah, I did copy that. Hold on, TK, I'm putting your things. You know what's funny? Most of them will say... I feel like this would be funnier. Hold on. You know what's funny? Most of them would say they're not anti-Semitic. Guess what? It is if you think Jews, aka Zionists, or Israel control the West of the... Yeah, true. Let's see.
Isn't it swell? The memes make themselves. They found a rabbi hole.
Oh, I remember this one.
And all.
It's 770.
There's Jews
yeah.
in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical grace soiling the mattresses with blood and piss. Jews can be found under the ground. Just when I just start writing new tunes, Jews and their tunnels are opening digital wounds. So
What?
soon I resume making music with the usual flair. Go shut me down. See if I care. Isn't it cruel?
Oh, wait.
Yahweh approves. Bomb all the goyim now till nothing moves. Beware their bad news. Khazarian Jews, LARPing Hebrew.
Hell yeah, the LARPing Hebrew.
That's Pizza Gate. Never was fake. Jeff and Ghislaine were paid by the deep state. They blackmail them all. Tunneling Jews in the walls.
Like, this is how you do like proper anti-Semitic, like an anti-Semitic song, okay? Not like the other retards, where you do the whole, like, it's not like I'm triggered by the dehumanization. It's just that it makes it super goofy and kind of fun and based. And also, the song wasn't even that good. Like, this is cool. This is fine. And it's also, I remember the Jew tunnels, bro. What the fuck was that all about? Wait, what's this guy doing? Oh, he's like a... Yeah, I know, TK. I think I recognize the tune. Oh yeah, I heard that Epstein is in Israel and he was on Mossad. No, Epstein lives in what's this guy name? He has like a doppelganger in Miami. Was that Miami? Also, he does only do Jews. Well, he does like the... Bro. And people complain about like... about shadow banning. Bro, this thing has like 157 views. Bro, where did you get the Nachman Meumann Yamaka?
Know when you get close to the viper's den, cause you can hear him scheming. Don't even jest, or the hornet's nest will descend upon you with the Shekinah.
I don't know if it's because it's probably because of me. Like I can obviously read Hebrew, but and I can obviously read English, but this just this writing just looks like gibberish to me most of the time. I know he's trying to do like the whole make Hebrew look like English thing, but like it just looks, to me it looks like Hebrew, like just like whenever I'm typing, you know how it is, like you've seen my stream, whenever I try to type and I'm on my Hebrew keyboard and I'm trying to type in English, so this looks exactly like that.
We fought some scores, we fought the wars, it's how we knew in Waterloo was the loser.
Where's the If I Was a Rich Man spoof? Bro, this is like the Rabbi Shmuley. If I were Rabbi Shmuley, probably this one, no?
If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums.
Hell
if
yeah.
I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A shot.
TK, do you get what I'm saying about like the writing? It's probably just me. But we can read like the Hebrew letters. It just makes it super super hard to understand what the fuck they're saying.
Abbas a lap dance brace for the youngest mensch. The books I'd sell would tell how all you fellas are jealous of Jewish sexual appeal. Meanwhile, I'd count the shekels that I'd steal. It's white supremacy when you are questioning me on the USS Liberty. Genocide's just fine when you're the chosen kind. I'd get a pass on calling Candace a nigger, a bigger gefilte fish to fry.
Bro.
I'd know why my...
Dude, he's so good at musicals, he's gotta be a Jewish dude, probably. Bro, he said the N-word, no way. No way. Imagine saying the N-word just to be anti-Semitic. With the hard R. Oh my god. Bro.
Michael Jackson had to die.
Like listen, with the R, with the hard R.
Calling Candace a nigger, a bigger gefilte fish to fry. I know why Michael Jackson had to die.
This is just, I'm sorry, this is just like a right-wing slop kind of thing. You can see his old channel, but still.
Why, if I were Rabbi Shmuley, diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum. All day long I'd shalom in your home. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd go full kosher Kama Sutra, dreidel dildo tunnel digging with a dildo in my bum. Lord, who made the Gentile and the Jew? Of course he'd make me superior to you. Gleefully I'd be squealing on our scheme to remove Christ the King from everything. If I were a Shmuley man.
The last one was better, in my opinion. Also, like you can see the turning kids trans. He's saying some other word, which I really don't want to say, but I don't know what other else, so my country can be free. Just the usual kind of right-wing slop, like end the Fed, like this, yeah, just the usual.
End the Fed, kill it dead, level its Uncle Ted.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. What's he is. He's a libertarian, American libertarian. The American ones are like extremely unhinged. the American libertarians are like super unhinged, and they're usually like on the verge of being actual Nazis, unironically. No, TK, listen. I don't know if you ever saw like what's the name of this Twitter profile? There's like a Twitter profile of Libertarian Party of New Hampshire or New Haven. Bro, what am I thinking about? There's a Twitter profile of some Libertarian Party in the U.S. in some U.S. state, I can't remember, and they're like extremely unhinged, like very unhinged, like not in a libertarian kind of way, just extremely right-wing and unhinged. What is the American libertarian aren't in political, but are kind of American libertarians are just usually, unfortunately, they're just right-wing. And they kind of love to LARP as like freedom-loving people, or they're just extremely right-wing, to the point of being like actual Nazis. Some of them, or very anti-Semitic, or yeah, like anti-trans, anti-gay to some extent. It just so inconceivable to me. I actually don't understand why. Can you give me an example? Well. Twitter. Let me try libertarian. Yeah, this is America Third Best. There's like a subsection of that Bro, I hope I can find that. Libertarian Party of Tennessee, Texas, Colorado, Kentucky, Minnesota, New York, Ohio, Florida, Connecticut. Hold on. This is I have no idea how it's what's the there's like a branch of the Libertarian Party. Think of New Haven or something like that. Illinois, Indiana, Orange County, Maine, maybe? No. Maryland, no. Kansas, Massachusetts, Oregon, Maryland. Libertarian Party, Mises Caucus of Maryland. Mises? Really? South Dakota, Northern Virginia. Maybe it's the main account. I don't know. It might be the main account. Oh, the NH one, Libertarian Party. Hold on, let me try and see. New Haven? New Hampshire. Ooh, this might be... Need I explain more? Like they I think they probably actually did something bad, but like the focusing on like the Jewish question in this kind of thing is like very, very sussy baka. Yeah, anyone who celebrates Juneteenth should be deported from America. Like, how is that a libertarian view? If you see any gay, race, communist, libertarian celebrating Juneteenth today, give us a tag. Just that Juneteenth, I actually don't know. It's actually today, by the way. I actually know nothing about it, but it has to do with something about like Black history. I think they're just they kind of went this way. Like, I think they do, but I think most of the Libertarian Party is something like that. They usually like to LARP as like libertarians, but they're actually it's just right-wing slop with extra steps. You know what I mean? Like, it's just right-wing with extra steps. Sorry. Hell yeah. This was what I thought about them. Okay. Yeah, anyway, they're extremely unhinged. Like, extremely unhinged. I saw them a couple of times on my timeline. Like, they're very like I don't know, save the white race kind of people. And it's like New Hampshire, by the way. It's not like even the deep south or something. Yeah, just weird. There's nothing right-wing about being racist, bigoted, unhinged. Sure, I don't know. In this case, by the way, TK, they are right-wing. Like, this is right-wing thing. You can't say it's like something else. This is right-wing slop. Like, exactly like right-wing slop. They usually retweet like the same right-wing slop you see on your timeline. You might be like right-wing, which is okay, it's fine, but like, these guys are right-wing. This is not even like that. Can your child be born free? My guess would be that I'm without even reading this is something about like saving the white race, or that the white demographic is getting extinct or something like that. Okay, without reading that. Hold on. Can your child be born free? What would you take? Whether you already have growing family or you're just beginning to talk about having kids, your women of the Free State will be your guys, except being pregnant, having, yeah. Okay, so I was a bit wrong, but I mean, look at the photo. So can you blame? They can tell themselves whatever they want. The definition of right wing is a set thing. No, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. I get what you're saying, but I'm sorry, no. This is like saying that the Nazis were left wing. This is just retarded. I know that like libertarian, that socialism is like the National Socialist Party. Like, yeah, sure, buddy, but they were right wing. It's not like lefties can't be racist or bigoted or something, right? But we just can't delude ourselves about this. This is how it is. You don't need to agree, you need to read the definition. The definitions always change, like with time. So on what definitions are we talking about? Like, definitions always change. This is what I said, that this is why it's different. And we can delude ourselves how much we want. Like, Likud is right wing. Likud is a right wing party. We might call it like center right or populist right or something, but they are right wing. We can cope and cry about, well, this is not actually the real right wingism or something like that. This is not real right wing, but it is. This is how it works. They're the benchmark in the parliament, in the Knesset. So we can cry and cope about them not being they're not actually right wing, but they are right wing. They might be like moderate right wing, but they are right wing. Sure, and Bennett is left. Bennett is not left. He doesn't call himself left. Bennett is not left. Nobody's like, he doesn't call himself left, and nobody who has like an actual brain that functions calls his party left wing. And also, like I said, definitions about like political campus kind of thing or political partisanship always change. Like always change with the years, for good and bad, but it does change. Only all the people who call Likud right? No, sorry, TK. Likud is not like a. We can dig about like we can. I'm trying to get to the point. Like we can cry and cope about Likud is not the actual right. Like they're not doing actual right wing. I want the real right wing, okay? But they are right wing. They support everything like most of the everything that right wing people support, and right wing people vote for them. Hold on, my microphone is a bit louder. Hold on, just a second. I can see myself clipping. Could used to be right wing party. Now they're only right. Be self. But this is what I said. This is what I said. Like definitions always change. We could call them like right-wing populism or populist right-wing or something like that, but they are right-wing. They are right-wing. They oppose like a Palestinian state. They oppose like creating a coalition with the Arabs. They are right-wing. Just two examples that came into my mind. Okay, I'm supreme leader of the universe because I said, buddy, what does this have anything to do with what I've said? This has nothing to do with what they said. This is how politics works, man. So Bennett is not right-wing. Now, when did I say that Bennett is not right-wing? When did I say that Bennett is not right-wing? And also, you're kind of defeating the point you're making. When he did create a coalition with the Arabs, everybody called him left-wing. Everybody. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, because he created a coalition with like Arab parties, then it's the debate right now. Hold on. He said the Likud are right wing because they're against forming. Just a couple of examples. I can give you even more examples. You can't tell me with a straight face that the Likud party is not right wing. I'm sorry. This is just retarded. We can like I said, we can criticize them or not or something like that because they're not really doing the right wing thing to do. Okay, but they are right wing. Only by okay, sure. Let me know whenever they do like a peace treaty with the Palestinians or do like a, I don't know, like, bro. You know what? I'll flip the question. Why, like exactly, but give me examples. Why do you think they're not right-wing? Who signed the peace treaty with Egypt? Fucking Menachem Begin? Bro, we're talking like 50 years ago. Get a grip. Like this has nothing to do with the... These people have nothing in common. The conclusion is that the political points, the political campus, the political partisanship always changes everywhere. Not in Israel, not only in Israel, all around the world. They're no longer right wing. Okay, so everybody is left wing because we don't like it. Also, yeah, Dennis is right. Like supporting West Bank settlements, sure. So what would they call? What would you call him? What would you call him? Yeah, sure. This is what I said, buddy. We can call him. We can call him like yeah. We can call him like slopulists or right wing slopulists or something like that. But I need you to understand they're right wing. This is the state of the right wing in Israel. This is the state. They're the benchmark. Where is left and right? No, it's not. They're the. I'm sorry. They're the benchmark of like right wingism. Like you can go. Obviously, you can go even more right wing than them. Obviously, but this is how political partisanship and like the political compass works. Bennett is center right, probably. To be perfectly honest, Bennett and Bibi are not. I don't feel they're very different in their actual worldviews. I don't think so. Bennett might be a little less slopulist, maybe. I don't actually know, but I was pretty happy with the government he formed. Like, when was that? Like 4 years ago? Jesus, 6 years ago. I was pretty happy about the government he did. I didn't like the crying and the coping about it. Bennett is more right wing than whatever the Likud is. Okay, sure. I'm sorry. I might be not. This might be like a me thing. I don't know. Likud is the right wing party here. Whether we like how they do like right wing things or they don't, it's just a question on how do you define like right wingism, and most of their supporters are right wing. Like, this is the state of the right wing here. This is what the right wing in Israel, like let's call it even the stupid or retarded or the sloppulist right wing, okay? This is what the right wing supports, okay? I'm not calling them like radical right wing, okay? They're not radical, probably, mostly. They're not radical right wing. Or left, or sorry, far right wing or something like that. The definition does change based on opinion. Yeah, it does. I'm sorry. It just does. Like right wing, like as a definition of like right wing versus left wing is very malleable to whatever is happening in your country or what's happening like historically or what is happening now. Okay, this is like the actual definition. Whether if we let me break it down to you. Okay, if we're thinking about like if they're capitalist or socialist, okay, then I agree with you. The definition of like capitalist or socialists doesn't really change as the years go by. This is true, okay? So like ideological standpoints or ideological viewpoints they don't need to change. They don't change. They shouldn't change. You shouldn't call yourself like a like a communist if you support free markets and whatever else like a capitalist would support. Okay, so this doesn't change. You're right about this, but like the actual right versus left, like this as a definition, it does change along the years. So for example, just as a quick historical example, you'd call Ben Gurion, like back in the day, you'd call Ben Gurion like a lefty. You'd call him like a left wing guy. Nowadays, you'd probably call him like a center left, maybe, because he was like a socialist, but like maybe center left. But he's less. He wasn't like a radical leftist. If you could like resurrect him, like I don't know, bring him back from the dead, like right now, and you put him next to like the most radical leftist you can find in the Knesset, they have literally nothing in common. But he used to be like a leftist. He used to be like the benchmark of leftism here. And left doesn't mean the same thing as it used to, and as it used to like 70 years ago. The definitions of like the political partisanship, or like the left versus right wing, they do change. They do change. The stuff that doesn't change, and I'm guessing this is what you meant, but the stuff that doesn't really change is the ideological, ideological standpoint, like the ideological the ideology. Okay, so if you're I don't know, like a classical liberal like myself, this shouldn't change with the years. You might have to change a couple of things, like according to, I don't know, fucking AI and the web and computers or something like that, and you can consider yourself like a classical liberal. But this shouldn't change. This shouldn't change, like whether it was like 70 years ago or like a 70 years from now. This shouldn't change. But like, maybe, I don't know, maybe in a different, like, no, I don't want to give different universes because it's gotten a lot more complicated, but like, okay, bye Dennis, have fun. So fucking hot. Okay. Anyway. I think TK left. Are you still here, by the way? Are you mad at me? Sorry. I'm kidding, by the way. It's fine. Okay, we can close this thing. By the way, as you can probably tell, like yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I'm obviously I'm not angry. And if this was like a Hebrew debate, I would fucking murder you. But we're trying to work on our English, so obviously I'm kidding. Oh, so, yeah. Okay. What are we doing today? Let's do something. I don't know. By the way, as an example, like this is why I kind of stopped even Not really the reason, maybe some other reasons, but this is some of the reasons why I stopped being like an actual, like I stopped calling myself like a libertarian. So this was some of the reason, because like the political affiliation changed. So if you were to call yourself like a libertarian, you are kind of aligning yourself with these guys. And I don't feel like aligning myself with these guys. As sad as it is, just I don't feel like every time I have to explain to somebody like, yeah, well, I'm a libertarian, but I don't really support the Libertarian Party in the US. It's mostly more like a Libertarian Party of Israel or Europe. We are a bit less unhinged than these guys. It just becomes super convoluted. Just, it's not worth it. No, bro. People are molding about the Fern video. You want to watch the Fern video, by the way? I don't want to, because I'll actually have to research it in order to debunk it, and I don't feel like doing that. At least not today. Bro, who does that? Why would you tattoo like a... Why would you do that? Nice. Okay, let's go here. Let's go on YouTube. I feel so. I feel like going on YouTube. YouTube. Hold on. Citron is a fraud. Oh, hell yeah.
In late 2018, Andrew Left posted this tweet, broadcasting to the world that his firm was investing in Tesla stock. And that was a factually accurate statement for a couple of seconds. Within just 1 minute of sending that tweet, he was selling large chunks of his Tesla position. And the following day, he dumped 81% of his remaining shares. His tweet and the analysis report he released at the same time drove Tesla stock up 13% that day, making Left an $8 million profit. In the report, he wrote that by no means does Citron only trade on published stories. An incredibly ironic statement, given he was later charged with 17 counts of securities fraud for doing exactly that.
News about short seller Andrew Left. He is in hot water at this hour. The Securities and Exchange Commission charged him and his company with multiple counts of securities fraud.
What they're calling alleged bait and switch tactics.
He faces up to 25 years in prison.
And we intend to hold Left and his firm accountable for their actions.
That trial just concluded. After 2 days of deliberations, the 12 jurors delivered a verdict that shocked Wall Street. I've never in my life spent this much time reading court documents, but it's all worth it so that I can show you the incredible paper trail of tweets, text messages, fake invoices, and my personal favorite, lies caught on live TV. But let's start with a simple text message. Candy from a baby. It's August 2018, and Andrew Left reaches out to a portfolio manager at a Toronto hedge fund called Anson Advisors. His opening message, I have a hot voice in cannabis. Let's take advantage of it. The two start discussing going short on Cronos Group, a Canadian cannabis company whose stock had been surging in price. Do we go long on Redacted or short Cron? We can destroy Cron. Left is a prominent figure in the investment world. He'd been running a platform called StockLemon.com since 2001, publishing short reports on companies he believed were fraudulent or overvalued.
Kronos is a great short. That stock's going like $2.
Around 2007, he rebranded the site to Citron Research and developed a powerful reputation for correctly identifying companies that would become the subject of regulatory investigations and lawsuits. So that August 2018 message was the absolute truth. Left had the ability to collapse a stock's price with the press of a button. Sonny Puri, the Anson portfolio manager, followed through on their plan by sending Left a draft short report with a price target of $3.50. The report had the Citron Research letterhead because Andrew Left was going to publish it as if it was his own independent research. On the morning of August 29th, Left began building a short position equivalent to nearly 1 million shares of exposure, a combination of equity shorts, put options, and short calls. The stock was trading at roughly $16.50, and the next morning, he published the report.
Marijuana stocks have been melting up this year, but pot names came under pressure today after noted short seller Citron Research made a bearish call on Kronos Group.
The stock was decimated, down almost 30% by market close. Andrew Left then appeared on CNBC to further explain his view that Kronos stock had another 70% decline to go. Now, as we watch this interview, I want you to keep something in mind. Left has already closed 61% of the investment. He's mostly out. In fact, within 30 minutes of releasing his short report, he was already trading in the opposite direction to his recommendation.
And I have to ask you this right off the bat. Are you still short Kronos right now, or did you cover?
Oh, I'm definitely still short the stock, no
Okay.
doubt. But first of all, Melissa.
Okay,
First of
Andrew.
all, why do I have to be infamous? Can I just be famous one day? Or just Andrew Left? But that's okay.
Well known.
Moving
Whatever you want,
okay,
yeah.
there you go.
That question is not going to age well. But anyway, Left says that he still has his short bet on, which is technically true. But you can actually see in Melissa Lee's face that she isn't buying it, which is why she asks a more precise question.
You're short. You say you remain short. When did you put that short on, and will you take that short down to 350?
Oh, I don't. Come on, Melissa. You always ask that question, and it's irrelevant when I put it on or when I'm going to take it off. What's relevant is the
Okay, here's
information
what's
that's in the
relevant.
report.
Here's what's relevant to people watching. Are you just as short the stock right now as you were at the beginning of the day?
I talked
Bro, this guy is sweating bullets. Oh my
all sides
God.
of the position off today. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm still extremely short the stock.
The next morning, Left sent a private message to Sonny Puri. Now that I know who owns Kron stock, candy from a baby. That's what he thought about the people who had taken his recommendation, the many thousands of retail investors following his Twitter. Candy from a baby. Now, I think this is pretty egregious, but at this point, I wasn't...
Jesus. Why would you do that? I mean, I know why, but still, like... This is how to destroy your reputation in like 5 minutes.
exactly convinced that any of this was actually a crime. And I certainly was confused as to how it escalated to 17 fraud charges, each carrying a 20-year maximum sentence. So you'd be justified in thinking that this is all free speech, protected by the First Amendment, especially since his answers have all been half-truths, no flat-out lies. But I was wrong. It gets so much worse. Also, put your food down for a second and consider hitting the subscribe button so my very infrequent uploads appear on your homepage recommendations. On the morning of November 20th, 2018, Left emails a portfolio manager. Do you want to make some fast money? Put together a thesis for why Nvidia is oversold. Less than 90 minutes later, he had built a long position in Nvidia. At 10:17 in the morning, he tweets, Citron buys Nvidia. This is the first time in 2 years the stock offers an appealing risk reward to investors. We see 165 before we see 120. Nvidia stock jumped on the news, and within a few hours, Left had sold 100% of his pre-tweet position. He made approximately $930,000 profit in less than 2 hours. Exactly 1 month later, Left builds a short position in Twitter and buys put options expiring the next day. The cheapest and riskiest kind, because nobody expected the stock to dramatically move within 24 hours. But Left, of course, knew that the stock would collapse because he was going to cause it. At 9:52 in the morning, he published a short report labeling Twitter as the Harvey Weinstein of social media.
Well, the significance.
What?
9:52 in the morning, he published a short report labeling Twitter as the Harvey Weinstein of social media.
Well, the significance is the attention it's receiving, in particular from Citron, which has a reputation for going after companies and successfully having sort of an activist position on them. And so that's one reason the stock is reacting so much, because we've seen...
Left closed his entire short position before the day ended, a $2 million trade. That afternoon, in a private message to his business associate, he said, I feel like I want blood. Made some money today on the short side, $2 million trade in Twitter. Love the title, Harvey Weinstein of social media. Just 6 days after that, Left opens a long position in Facebook. The tweet and report he released immediately after label it as the stock of the year. As crazy as it sounds, when I put out big reports on big companies like this in the middle of the day, what I'm really doing is switching algorithms, he said privately to an associate. Left is talking about trading algorithms, all those automated bots that trade instantly in reaction to company news. He'd realized that Citron Research had become so notorious for making a stock price move that there were computers programmed to buy or sell as soon as he...
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Would you consider that illegal, by the way? Interesting.
Tweeted. Within 6 hours of the tweet, Left had sold 89% of his Facebook position, profiting at least $680,000. Around this time, he launched a hedge fund called Citron Capital. Left told Reuters that he'd been generating an annualized return of nearly 90% for over 10 years.
Holy shit. I mean, holy shit, 90% annualized return? Bro.
And he now planned on raising a few $100 million from outside investors. In July the next year, Citron Capital published a letter addressing his hedge fund investors, boasting a 36.6% return in the last 6 months. Another investor letter showed he made 56% in 2019, and another revealed a 202% return in 2020. But that all came to a disastrous end in 2021. Left went short GameStop, which probably goes down in history as the biggest L ever taken by short-selling hedge funds. On the 21st of January, he posted this YouTube video.
Hey, this is Andrew Left at Citron Research, giving you 5 reasons why GameStop is going to $20. As long as the borrow's available and insiders are still selling and the company needs money, you won't see a squeeze from here on in. Number 2, numbers don't lie.
Let's just say that the stock did not go down to $20.
The so-called Reddit rebellion is putting hedge funds in a position they don't often find themselves in. Every day this week I hear about several more funds that are suffering significant losses as a result of volatility in names like GameStop. In some cases, it's changing the way hedge funds do business.
When the squeeze happened, GameStop hit nearly $500 per share, and Left lost approximately $7 million.
After being squeezed in GameStop, his firm known as Citron is switching gears.
As of today, Citron Research will no longer be publishing what can be considered as short-selling reports.
He received death threats. His children's personal information was posted online, and so he decided to quit the short-selling game. Well, that's what was reported in the news, at least. We now know there was another reason that may have contributed to his decision. That same week, the SEC began issuing Left with subpoenas. When investigators started pulling Left's trading records, the first thing they noted wasn't any single trade, it was the pattern he repeated over and over again. It looked something like this. The timeline of events for each trade had 2 distinct layers. The public world was the things like Andrew Left's tweets, and then there was a private world happening below the surface. Let's look at another one of Left's trades, XL Fleet. On the 23rd of December 2020, at around 1 PM, Left buys approximately 500,000 shares of XL Fleet. The stock at the time is about $25 a share. At 1:37 PM, he places a limit order to sell his shares the moment XL hits $27.50. That's his exit price. He sets it before a single person outside of his brokerage knows anything is coming. At 1:41 PM, he tweets, Citron Long XL, target of $60, just 4 minutes after placing the sell order. Within one trading day, XL stock moved, the limit order is triggered, and Left walks away with $2.7 million. This is the architecture of every single trade. Build a position in a stock, set an order to exit the position, all...
Bro, can I make these returns, please? Oh my god. Oh, this is so much money. Bro. This guy is stupid.
Before he's told anyone about it. Then publish a report with an extreme price target, so it garners wide media coverage and a sharp price movement. Well, actually, the DOJ's investigation uncovered one extra step in Left's strategy. Between September and December 2018, Left received more than $1 million from Anson Advisors, the Toronto hedge fund where Sonny Puri worked. This was payment for getting advanced knowledge of upcoming Citron publications, which of course allowed Anson to trade ahead of the price movements Left was about to trigger. To hide the payments, Left
I feel like this is illegal.
Routed the money through a third-party intermediary using fake invoices. This unnamed third party would invoice Anson for research services, Anson would wire them the money, and then Left would invoice the third party for consulting services, and the money would be wired to his accounts. A total of $1.1 million in fabricated fees. And it wasn't just Anson. Left had a similar arrangement with another unnamed hedge fund, which also paid him more than $1 million. Left having these arrangements makes the Harry Markopolos situation so much funnier. A quick bit of context, Harry Markopolos is a fraud investigator. He's known for warning the SEC about Bernie Madoff almost 10 years before his Ponzi scheme was exposed. In 2019, Markopolos published a report claiming General Electric had a $38 billion accounting fraud. Shortly after, Andrew Left published a counter-report attacking Markopolos. He wrote, Markopolos is being paid a percentage of profits from an unnamed hedge fund that is short GE. No credible hedge fund or short seller would ever do this. He went on to say, in 18 years of publishing, we have never been compensated by a third party to publish research. More important, compensation tied to the success of a trade would not pass internal compliance, nor would it pass compliance of any fund that Citron would collaborate on ideas with. That is basically an exact description of himself. There is actually a truthful statement here. He's right. No credible hedge fund would ever do that, including his own. Remember those Citron Capital investor letters I showed you earlier, detailing their hedge fund's annual performance? Investigators looked into those too. Turns out his hedge fund had no outside investors. None. Left was simply trading his own money through an entity that looked like a hedge fund. The investor letters were fabricated. He didn't send them to any investors because there were no investors.
In an ironic twist of the story, Andrew himself has now been charged with both an SEC civil case as well as a criminal indictment where he faces up to 25 years in prison for market manipulation.
In July 2024, a grand jury indicted Andrew Left. 17 counts of securities fraud, 1 count of engaging in a securities fraud scheme, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. Well, that false statements charge was eventually dismissed, but that's not the last we'll hear about it. In fact, it's not an exaggeration to say that the dismissed charge accidentally holds the fate of the entire trial, but we'll get to that. The trial opened on May 11th, 2026, and lasted for 15 days. The prosecution was first to present their case. They put a number of retail investors on the stand to testify about their investment losses that were caused by the release of Citron short reports. The aim was to show the jury that Left's commentary was considered important in deciding whether to buy or sell a stock, one of the elements for proving a securities fraud charge. The prosecution then played clips of a podcast with Left that was recorded the day after his Kronos short.
Kronos is a great short. That stock's going to like $2. So I'll keep shorting that one. And I can tell you just from getting all the emails that I got out yesterday, it's all retail investors who have no business to be at the stock market, honestly.
The prosecution argued that Left specifically targeted stocks that had high levels of retail investors because he knew his reports were more likely to influence them.
When you look at the other side, and by seeing who's in it, if you see who's known as quote-unquote these smart guys in it, it makes you double and triple check your homework, if you're short it.
That he knew that unsophisticated investors would trade based on his tweets alone without even reading his reports.
Stocks move so fast, that you have to first trade the stock and then read the report. So it's kind of like screwed up,
Then, of course, came all of the private communications. In one exchange, Left described being a tweet away from hitting their end-of-year target of $21 million. The prosecution's expert witnesses quantified the market impact. Citron Publications moved stocks by an average of about 12% per report, and the trading records showed the same pattern across 15 companies and 5 years. The prosecution's case rested on a simple idea, that Left knew exactly when a price would move because he was the one moving it. And then he exited while his followers held on, waiting for the price target that he never intended on reaching. As a part of his defense, Left decided to take the stand and tell his own version of events. His position was basically that there's no law against trading after you publish a report. There's no specific period of time, I believe, you have to hold a position after you make a comment, he said. When his lawyer asked him whether he'd ever been long a stock while publicly trashing it, Left said never. Had he short a stock when publicly praising it? No. And asked whether he believed everything he ever wrote, he said, "It's the stock market. I say what I believe. I speak truth. If people want to read it, read it." Then came the cross-examination, and it was kind of a disaster for Left. Prosecutor Ben Boulding showed numerous text messages, emails, and video clips of Left boasting about his ability to move a stock and profit from it. But most importantly, the prosecutor showed the jury that Left lied about nearly everything. Playing a podcast clip of him saying, "My investors don't pay me to be right, they pay me to make money. That's my directive from my investors." And then showing the jury that he never had any investors. He just wanted to appear more legitimate to the world. But the most consequential moment of the trial may not have involved testimony at all. Instead, the jury instructions.
How does that make sense?
The judge explained that the law does not impose.
How come he doesn't have any investors, but he could be like a hedge fund manager? Isn't hedge funds I think hedge funds are not allowed to trade their own money, no?
A general duty to a market commentator to disclose their trading positions or intentions when they publish investment commentary. That part validated Left's argument. His lawyers had argued this for 2 years, and the judge agreed. But then she continued. When a statement is a half-truth, when it affirmatively represents something material while omitting critical qualifying information, a duty to disclose arises. Left's defense largely rested on the idea that he had never explicitly lied about the direction of his positions, but saying you've only covered a small size of a short position when you've actually covered 61% of it, to a lot of people that might be considered a half-truth. The 12 jurors would deliberate the 17 counts of fraud over the course of 2 days. On the 1st of June, they returned their verdict sheet to Judge Phillips. As she examined the jury's decision, she discovered a mistake. The verdict sheet had 18 charges on it, not 17. Count 18, making false statements to federal investigators, was a charge that had been dropped before the trial even began. The jury must have accidentally been given an older version of the verdict sheet. Even weirder, the 12 jurors had unanimously ticked guilty for a charge that prosecutors didn't even present arguments for.
A federal jury has convicted prominent short seller Andrew Left of securities fraud. Prosecutors accused him of using his reputation and media appearances to manipulate shares in a way that would reward his trades.
Andrew Left was found guilty of 13 counts, including the more serious securities fraud scheme charge, the one that carries a maximum sentence of 25 years in prison. Now, this is where I had planned on ending the video. Sentencing isn't happening until August. But then this just happened. Andrew Left has filed a motion for mistrial, and it has everything to do with the verdict sheet mistake. And in particular, the fact that the jury ticked guilty to a charge they knew nothing about. Left's lawyers said in a statement that a jury that—
Yeah, this sounds like a thing you shouldn't, you can't actually do.
return a guilty verdict on a charge that
Super
no one
illegal.
explained to it speaks for itself about the reliability of this verdict. Which to me is honestly a pretty compelling argument. At the very least, I would want to know exactly how it happened. Did the jurors discuss the 18th count and find him guilty, or did they just tick it by accident? But we probably won't get answers to those questions because the law protects jurors from being accused of providing unreliable verdicts. And actually, the motion for mistrial was just rejected as I was about to upload this video, although Left still has chances to argue for one at a later date. But the judge effectively said that she was confident the jury understood the issues presented and were not misled by the clerical error. Ultimately, I guess he should have just generated a better lawyer with AI like this guy.
May it please the court. I come here today a humble pro se before a panel of—
Shut that off!
Click this playlist if you'd like another deep dive video to watch, and your battery's getting low. Go play.
Hell yeah. Okay. Jesus. Bro, I wish I could have done this guy's returns. Bro, 90% annualized returns is crazy. Why Linus Torvalds never built a website?
Through open source, people did what they were good at doing. So for example, I still don't maintain a website. I have never in my life done any web programming because I'm not interested. I think that kind of stuff is, you have MIS people to do that for you, right? I'm interested in programming. Through open source, people—
I'm too stupid to understand this.
I'm sure some clueless young person will decide how hard can it be and start his own operating system in Rust or in something else. And if he keeps at it for many, many decades, or she, and many, many decades, hey, and I'm looking forward to seeing that.
To save you from bad quotes when you say some clueless person, that is a reflection on your own past.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you have to be all kinds of stupid to say, I can do this, right? I'm sure some— Right, I absolutely need—
Hey, brother. Thank you, man.
Jesus.
I'm doing good.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, IMAX 70mm film is projected. I mean, let's watch that, and then we'll go to bed.
When a movie is filmed for and projected in IMAX, the large format that you're watching isn't just about the size of the theater screen, it's also about the size of the image on the screen print. This is a single frame of IMAX 70mm film. It runs horizontally through the projector and it's called 15 perf because there are 15 perforations in the film for every frame. This picture is almost 10 times the size of that stored on a standard 35mm frame, which has the same size perforations on smaller film and has to share real estate with the soundtrack on the right. That's a difference in detail that I can see with my naked eye, both on the frame and when it's projected on a 90-foot tall film screen. Tested went to IMAX's LA headquarters to tour their vault of film prints, embed with technicians splicing together reels heavier than me and larger than this table, and visit the projection booth of their in-house theater, where some of the world's greatest directors come daily to review and sign off on their vision, printed in film's largest format.
Greg, you told me this is about 2.5 minutes of film, give or take?
That's right.
I was a projectionist in my youth, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around the volume and weight. How do you guys handle something as simple as like dailies or post-production?
Well, we have a team that does that, and which you'll meet in a second. And so we take this large roll film. This actually is not as big as some. They go up to 1,000, even bigger than that. They all get assembled onto the rewind on a larger reel to the rewind bench.
Okay.
And they get spliced, and we wheel them out there, which you'll see as well.
Yeah, okay, let's walk through this
let's do
process.
that.
Okay.
All right, Adam. So this is print assembly.
All right, so this is where heavy things get assembled into heavier things,
exactly.
and then eventually they leave.
Yes.
God, the volume of it.
I never actually watched any IMAX film.
It's just staggering.
Yeah, we have a lot of stations.
Like in an IMAX approved theater. I'm actually pretty. I actually want to do that sometime.
Here, a lot of work gets done. Irving has a group of 2, so 3 altogether in print assembly.
How many platters are you processing out of this room in a day?
It really depends. I mean, generally they're working on one at a time. It really depends if we have multiple titles happening at the same time. In this case, we have one film that is getting plattered up for a screening this afternoon, and it's basically a bunch of film out reels that are processed and printed at Photochem, and we're going to show them here at our theater.
It's amazing. I mean, I remember my rewind table at the theater was like the size of a thing. This is the size of my first apartment in New York.
Yes, these are custom. There's one of one, and they're very old, but they work.
Amazing. Hey, Irving. How are you? Good to see you. So you have been here for 33 years?
Yes, I am.
Is it safe to say that you have touched almost every print that's come out of here?
I would say yes.
Okay, so walk me through what happens here.
Usually when they start a production, they go with making dailies. And every daily that is made, we come to this place, then it get to be a screen review, make sure that there is no scratches that physically look okay. Because the scratches can happen in the camera and the negatives, or it can happen in printing in the lab. So you want to make sure that everything is okay. Also, everything that we had a screen, we keep a record. So we had like records in 1980s.
Yeah.
We keep all those records. Every single roll that have been screened, they keep a record and we keep it on.
So every last thing that's come through here is chronicled?
Yes.
Okay.
And right now we're working in a project, a demo, and I'm gonna pull. There is different pictures they're making from different parts of the movies.
Yeah.
And right now we are trying to put a portion of the movie and put it together like a puzzle, and then that's what we're gonna do right now. Looking for a specific scene.
Can I help?
Oh, you can roll it if you feel comfortable. But we're just gonna roll it. This was built like a month ago.
Okay.
And probably it was made with you have probably 100 scenes inside this.
Okay, so this is our daily reel with like 100 scenes inside.
Yes, and then we're gonna look for a specific one that they need right now. But they just give us, we need this, and we have to find it in all of this.
You have to go through this and figure out where it is. Okay.
And usually that's why we try to keep this kind of list, so they will give me an idea where they are.
Amazing.
Because otherwise it would be impossible to find it. And after that, the piece that we're gonna find there is gonna go into this little roll, and from that roll we're gonna take a portion of the same material and go into the demo that they need to screen tomorrow, actually.
Gotcha.
Un plato de los otros. And this is like an old tape machine. Remember when you push the cassette tape and you play, move this way or move that way?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that.
Oh, that's what it is, okay.
Yes. So this one will, if I want to push over there, move over there, just press this one. Or if I want to go the other way, go that way, stop, and
gotcha.
Kinda, it's very simple. And these are only tension, you know, because you need, it's a lot, you need tension, and these are the speed control, which is how one here. One here is the same control. And they've been here for more than 35 years. So
these have been here longer than you?
Yes.
Okay.
But this one, he said that start from chart 78 to 101, which is what we got here.
Okay, so now you can go find that.
78, because it start 78 and then I'm gonna go all the way. It start from 1, but
that means all of these have already been left and refiled.
In a different platters.
Gotcha.
Because you can, these platters only can hold like a 1 hour platter, and sometimes we had screenings of 2 hours plus, so we need to build into small platters like this and then take it to whatever we need to screen.
That's the small platter.
This is the regular platter, 45-inch platter. Okay. This is the standard for most of the films.
Gotcha.
But a big movie, 2 hours and a half movie, will go in 3 of these. And then you build it into 1 platter in whatever theater you go. Yes.
I find myself wondering, there's a machine shop somewhere in the world that just makes these. I mean, maybe there's more than one, but I mean, it's got to be a pretty bespoke business. Look at that. Wow.
So here we're putting tension on this side, so it will not wind loose to this. So we got, and then you have closures so it can allow the engine to engage to the platter and it can rotate. So this one we're gonna go that way, which is ready there, and just help a little bit. And because you cannot go, see, it doesn't have no numbers, no nothing. We just
go and then you go hunt for it.
Yes,
but you know that it's probably right around
somewhere there. Yeah, because this have 100 shots, but it's starting from shot 78, so probably somewhere in here.
Holy cow. It really is sort of blowing my mind, just the sheer weight, the sheer volume of plastic and aluminum required to move these pieces and prints around. This is less than an hour of film, but it's such a resolution that it weighs, dozens and dozens of pounds. It's amazing. It's like the single heaviest component of flying an airplane is its fuel. Like, you don't really think about that, but it really is like most of managing an airplane's weight is about managing the weight of its fuel. And for some reason, that seems to me to have some parity to, like, if you want the best, the sharpest film format, well, it's going to get heavy. It's going to get heavy in a hurry. That's the splice, yeah?
Yeah, that's the
So you have a cutter that cuts the...
Yes, and this is the one that does that.
Oh, so is that the difference between this splicer and that splicer?
Yes,
So this one does the zigzag.
This
cut.
one does the zigzag, so you can pull it apart and put it back like a puzzle. But this one, once you do one of those, because it's kind of welded, so you cannot tear it apart. If you tear it apart, you cannot put it back together.
So this is for like final assembly?
Yes.
And this is for temporary
Yes.
assembly. Gotcha. Okay, so we're in part of the projection room here.
We are below it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I help? Can I help put load this? Oh, amazing. Okay.
So now we're lifting the platter up onto the Mark II reel unit.
Okay, now we're gonna lock it in.
Okay.
Got a pin to lock. And also we had the screws. You can pass me this one. And that just got tight there.
All right.
Now, this is going up to the projector. And so we need a lot of threaded leader. And we're gonna spoon a lot of it. So because the projectors are in the second floor, so you see it's gonna travel from here all the way up and then coming down. So it's not gonna be the actual movie, it's just leader.
Right. So this is all just blank film, but it's going to travel all the way up where that rope's going through the hole?
Yes.
Because all the work is done down here and all the heavy lifting comes down on the first floor, there was no real way to get these into the booth, as you'll see when we go up there.
So the weight of this means that architecturally, this is an accommodation because of how heavy these are.
It is, and it might seem crazy, like why would you invent something like that, but it works.
Amazing.
Yep.
You guys must, though, have some intense HVAC here, because I would imagine small amounts of dust can damage this print over time.
Yeah, it's not as big a deal as it is with negative.
Of course.
And we have special rollers, too, that help make sure that everything's clean before it goes into the projector.
Incredible.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a lot of film he just wound up there.
Look at that.
Yeah, how many feet, Irving, do you have of leader on the head?
I don't know, probably like 100 feet.
Wow.
So IMAX film is 337 feet per minute, so that's just over 20 seconds of leader, right?
Wow. 330, and 35 millimeters, like...
90 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, an hour is a mile in 35 millimeter. Oh my God, the cable carries the film up.
Okay, now we're gonna walk up and pull this so we can
Okay, so you
continue
go
print.
up there and pull it. You don't
Yes.
just...
We just go like fishing.
Okay. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that this travels 30 feet into the ceiling to get to the projector.
Yeah, it does, and then it has to come back down.
Oh my God, of course it does.
Yes.
So it travels another 30 feet back
That's
down
right.
to get the take-up reel, which
Right
is,
down here.
of course it's there. That's insane. I love that works.
It is amazing.
For 3D movies, is it double this?
It is double this, yeah. We actually have a whole other Mark II assembly platter system over there. And if you notice, there's these little pulleys that go over your head. And so we actually have two sets that can go up there for left eye and right eye film projection.
Oh my God. Two separate gigantic prints for left eye and right eye.
Yes.
Amazing. Just to give you a sense of the size of this is a roughly hour-long reel and loaded with film weighs about 300 pounds. This is a 68-inch reel, holds just shy of 3 hours, weighs almost 600 pounds, and this is not their biggest reel. This is their second biggest reel. Crazy. I'm only a tiny bit taller than this.
So here's Yvonne with the film that came from below.
I just love that these are bolted to the engineer in me thinks this shouldn't be possible, but it's perfect. Okay, so what's the next step for this to get into the projector?
So he's gonna go through the ropes.
Okay.
And we're gonna be using that film projector.
So this is the David Keeley Theater booth.
Gotcha.
And we have 3 sets of projectors, 1 film and 2 digital.
Okay, so that's a set of film projectors.
Yes.
A set of digital projectors and another digital
That's
projector.
right. And they're all on a rail system. That allows us to basically prep for a session. So we might have a digital session 10 minutes ago, it wraps, and then we have to basically go right into film. So they can prep all this and load it all up, and then slide it over in literally 5 minutes we're operating on film.
Amazing. And is the reason there's 2 digital projectors is for stereo projection?
Yes, and also to get the power we need on the screen. That's our GT digital projection system.
So you double it?
Yeah, it's full 143. In fact, every morning we have a calibration system. Anytime these projectors move, we have an auto calibration system that converges the 2 projectors.
Wow. And so you're putting one image on top of the other to get the maximum amount of brightness from the digital projection?
Yes, this is the only way to achieve full 143 digital projection in IMAX.
So even though he is spooling the film into the film projector, that projector is still going to move into its final position.
That's right.
And this rig can accommodate that.
Absolutely.
Again, an engineer in me is like, this shouldn't really work.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Oh, right, and then it's coming back.
That's right. This is the return trip.
Through the same hole.
Right, because left eye, right eye.
Right.
Going fishing. Yeah, and here's the film projectors going into place. You can run both these projectors if you're doing 3D, but also if you're doing a rollover. So basically, if you're going to transfer over from one to the other, if he had, let's say, 2 different reels that we needed to go from one to the other, we could go into that mode.
So you don't have little burn holes in the corner of the... Because I remember doing the changeover.
The second one?
Yeah, totally. You don't do that. How do you know when to do the changeover?
Because we're not doing it for final product.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll basically just change over to the other one when we need to. But
fair.
it's all in sync. Even our sound is basically a digital track that goes in on an optical disc, and we ingest it into a hard drive system.
And it syncs up with that.
It syncs up with the film, exactly. Similar to the DTS system.
Gotcha. All right, so this is the business end of the process we just watched. A director who is working on a film with IMAX is coming in a few minutes to watch some dailies of their film. We can't tell you what it is, but it's now been spooled into this projector and it's about to be projected. Everything about this process is sort of gargantuan and incredible to me, and I can only imagine how thrilling it is for that director to see their footage in such a format. It's got to be intoxicating.
Okay. Okay. Is anyone here, by the way? I'm sorry. Jesus. How is everybody doing? I think I'ma go unless somebody has something they want to share, want to say. I'm cool. Pretty chill with that. Yeah, also it's getting a bit late, so yeah, I might actually go. This was a short stream. It was pretty fun. I think tomorrow I'll probably do like a proper actual stream. Usually Saturdays are a bit bigger here, viewership wise, chat wise. Yeah, probably talking to myself right now. So I'll see you guys the next, sorry, fuck, it's getting late. Tomorrow. Have fun, follow if you're not following. Also, see you guys tomorrow.